Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, I've got my daughter Laura in the kitchen tonight. She's got two fabulous tray bakes to bake for you. Well, tray bake and chocolate brownies, is it, Laura? So Laura, that's what she's going to make for you, and I'm going to be on comments. I'm going to stay out of the way. So hopefully give us a big thumbs up, let us know that you're here. Don't forget to like and share, very important to like and share. A couple of things, the Twisty Nozzles are back in stock, just thought I'd let you know that. Some of you are always asking about the really big nozzles. So I'm going to talk to you about these next week on the lives, but these are the really big nozzles for piping. They're on the website. They're called Gem Savoy nozzles, and lots of you always ask about them. So I don't know whether you can see on the overhead there, Simon. Yeah? So they're fabulous for all those lovely big rose swirls, but really big ones. So meant to say, hi Simon.
Hi Carol.
He's been here all day, but I completely forgot just to say hi to him for the live. And hi Laura. Hi. Lots of you are collecting nozzles at the moment, and you asked me to talk to you about these little sets. Well, I'll talk to you about these in the Cupcake Bouquet group and the Buttercream Flowers group, and I'm just about to put on another set as well, so you can know about those. Just sort of get those out of the way, but more importantly, Laura's using Whipping It Up tonight, which we're really pleased. Oh, new pink board as well, a bit bigger. So we've got extra large, we've got medium, we've got small, and I don't know what size this one would be, but anyhow, it's in between the small and the medium. So it's 300 by 250. It's a great little sugar craft board. So that one's in. But anyhow, Whipping It Up is back in stock, so we're pleased to tell you. 6 flavours of the delicious Whipping It Up. There's salted caramel, lemon drizzle, raspberry ripple, strawberry milkshake, what else is there? Black cherry, velvet vanilla, and then we've just launched coconut. Okay, so we're going to do one new flavour a month, see what you think of it. So coconut will be coming out. I think on the list next month there's white chocolate and raspberry. Everybody's looking forward to that one as well, but we've gone with coconut because that won first. So that's actually on the website now, so if you want to grab a bag, grab one now while you can. We've also got the new method of whipping it up, thanks to Simon. So I can tell you more about that tomorrow, but I can tell you more about it tomorrow. I did show you on Monday how to use it, and it's not on the bags unfortunately, because by that these have been printed, but it is on the recipe sheet, and you will get the recipe sheet with your order as well. Now Laura's using Whipping It Up is a multi-mix, and we're going to use it in a tray bake tonight, so that's quite exciting. And I'm going to move out the way and let her get on with it. Are you alright, Laura? Yeah?
Good. Bring my recipe back.
Oh, I'll go and get it now. Sorry. The recipe is half on the website, and the brownies one is not on the website yet, but it will be before you all go to bed tonight, okay? Right, alright Laura.
Thank you. Hello everybody. So as my mum said, I'm Laura, and I'm in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen tonight making chocolate orange brownies using the chocolate orange cocoa powder, which is this one here. So all our cocoa powders, natural flavoured, and they're all in these brown bags, so that's how you know it's not the icing sugar, it's the cocoa powder. So we're going to be using that, and so I don't know whether you can, Mum might have to move the water there.
Oh, sorry.
Blocking what we're making. So we've got the chocolate orange brownies here, and then we're going to do a Bakewell tray bake as well, which we've got here. So I haven't sliced them yet because I thought I'll bake them, and then once they're in the oven we'll slice these ones up.
But John and I have had a little taste.
Yes, well, you've got to try it out, haven't you?
Tastes very nice.
So I'm going to, well, I'll start with saying hello. Is anybody with us, Simon? First of all,
of course there is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't worry about that.
I was just saying to Mum and Simon, I get really nervous before I come, but then once I start, I just feel really comfortable when I'm like here.
I never
and then
know
I
have a bit of a
I
panic
don't know,
attack.
all day I'm like, oh my god, what if nobody watches and I'm just studying on my own and we're just eating cake and no one's watching. But it's good to know that somebody's there. So is anyone there, Simon?
Yes, there's thousands there, Laura. That's shot.
Thousands. I feel better now, so that's good. So we're going to start tonight making the Bakewell first. So this is a recipe that I've done for a long time anyway, but I've just adapted it so that we're using slightly different products. You can use your Whipping It Up, and it's actually give really good results. So we've managed to get a really nice, light, moist Bakewell tray bake, and I'm going to use the raspberry ripple. Now I know Bakewell is traditionally cherry flavoured, but I like to do things differently when I make my Bakewell, and I always have used raspberry flavour. So tonight I'm going to use the raspberry ripple, whipping it up. Is that straightforward? Felt like I said a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
So I'm just going to move that aside. I'm just going to move my mixer over here so that you can see what I'm actually doing. And don't worry, pink board gate, I've got this out ready for when I do bake it. It's got somewhere to go.
Yeah, good girl, Laura, good girl.
I remembered, it was a last minute thing while Mum was speaking, but I did get it. Okay, so let's grab the mixer. Is that a good position?
That's fine,
there? Yeah. Okay, so I've already measured out 250 grams of the whipping it up here, which we're going to put into our clean mixing bowl, and I've fitted the whisk attachment. So you need a whisk just so we can get a nice soft peak, well, firm peak in this recipe. So 250 grams of the whipping it up, and then 150 ml of room temperature water. So we're just going to get all that in and get that started. So this is going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. Didn't time it, but 4 or 5 minutes, we'll see. And I'm just going to put it on a medium setting, so around about a 4. Just till it gets whipped in a little bit, and then I'm going to speed it up. Okay, so let's move that aside a little bit.
We've got a nice audience of over 200, Laura, so
All right, good. Well, hello everybody. Thank you for watching. Good to know I'm not alone.
They like you coming here, Laura.
Okay, so what you need for your Bakewell is what I would call a brownie tin or tray bake tin, and you need some grease-proof paper. So we're just going to get the tin ready now. I've just set the oven to 160 degrees, so that's on already. And we're just going to put our grease-proof paper.
Sorry, Laura. Simon's distracting me with his new computer. He can't use it yet, but he's showing me that he's got it up and running.
Yeah,
But
we'll see what it does next time I'm here. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly lift this up and have a little scrape down of the sides, and then I can speed it up a bit. So hot, isn't it, today? Feels like we're on holiday, but without the holiday. Put it down first. So I'm just going to speed it up a bit now to number 7. It's going to get a bit louder. Okay, so back to the tray. I'm just going to chop 4.
The glass bowl makes it much easier to see.
pardon?
The glass bowl makes it much easier to
Yeah,
see.
Do you know what? I should use a glass bowl more often, really.
Well, she always tells me to, don't you? So I'm just doing 4 snips, so 2 this side and 2 that side. And then I've got a little bit of cake release. You can use butter if you want to. I'm just going to give that a quick spray just to help stick the paper down. And then you just want to lift it up and press in, and then these little slits fold behind, make a nice little corner. Like that.
Sneaky kid. Simon, stop playing with your bits.
Yes,
Oh, he's had a great day. He's been here all day. So we're over 250, Laura.
Right, okay.
Laura, what size is your tin? Figures in it. Is that an
I think it's about, I work more in centimetres, so I would say it's about 20 centimetres. So here we go.
It's on the overhead.
So
9 inch.
9 inches. And it is a square, so it's going to be 9 by 9. So now we've got our tin ready, we're just going to pop that aside. I can put it on there now. Okay, so this is going to form part of our filling and part of the sponge. So I'm just going to grab another bowl. I'm just going to use this bowl. I'm going to start back to make our filling. So in the filling, which is, I don't know if you see on the camera, this little coloured bit, this is what we're going to make now. So small fingers and thumbs.
Don't worry, take your time, Laura.
Okay, so we need 150 grams of the raspberry jam.
So where's Holly tonight, Laura?
She's
She's binned us up, hasn't she?
she's quit. The easy option to take. She's decided, well, she goes back to school. She's year 6, Holly, so she goes back to school on Monday. And during lockdown, she has, you know, spoken to friends and things, but she wants to spend tonight, one of her last late nights, talking to them on the phone or Roblox or whatever it is that they play. So, because next week she'll be in bed early every night and she won't be able to do it. So she said, I'm going to enjoy tonight without you. So 150 grams of raspberry jam, I'm just going to put that in there. And then we need 50 grams of semolina. Now, this is semolina, see on the overhead. So this can be quite hard to find in the supermarkets, but they do all sell it. It's normally on the aisle where it has all like the overseas food. So it's normally round about there. It's not always with the flowers where you would think it would be. Sometimes it is, but sometimes if it's not there, go to the aisle where it's got all the different around the world food and it's there. So you need to use the ground semolina. So we just need 50 grams of that.
Oh, they're very interested in your bits, Simon. Well, let's just say how excited he is. He's been here all day today and he'll be here all day tomorrow. So Laura and I have had to keep looking at it for him. He keeps saying, look at this, look at that.
That's just Nicky, that.
Okay.
Okay, so 50 grams of semolina in with the jam. And then finally, we need 50 grams of ground almonds, which is normally where all like the raisins and nuts are in the supermarket.
They're going to miss Holly, and they've not seen semolina for ages. In fact, last time I had anything to do with semolina, I was at school.
Well, I actually make loads of pizzas, so I always have semolina in, but it's about, that bag was 70p, so it's not an expensive. It sounds a bit expensive, but it's not an expensive thing.
Louise is just saying it's with the jellies in Sainsbury's.
Is it?
It's not a luxury product, no.
No, it's not a luxury product, but it is at the same time. Good with pizza.
Oh, here we go.
Good with bacon.
Leah doesn't know what semolina is. What is it?
So semolina is where I get tested.
Well, I've got to be honest, in our day, we didn't like it at school. We used to have it for pudding.
So it's a durum wheat and is a versatile ingredient for a variety of uses in preparation of savoury and sweet dishes, including cakes, breads, biscuits, sweet milk puddings, and has a crispy coating for pan-fried meat and fish, and for the basis of your pizza. And it can go in your pizza dough as well. I use it in that. Multi-purpose. That's what we like. So 50 grams of the ground almonds going in there with the filling as well. Okay. And then we're just going to give that a stir in. So it will look quite dry until we've had some of the whipping it up to it. You just want to mix that until it's all combining together.
Angela's got some in the cupboards and now she's going to give it a go.
Yeah.
It's one of those products, semolina. If you have got it, it sits in the cupboard for years and years while you wonder what you're going to do with it.
Not in my house.
No, you make a lot of pizzas.
Yeah, I make a lot of pizzas, and I I use it in quite a lot of recipes, but I think you can replace you can in a lot of recipes you can use something else, so you don't have to. You can just use more flour, but I think it gives it a really nice texture in this dessert anyway. So let's just check our whipping it up.
I tell you, Nikki must have went to the same school as me. If it wasn't semolina, it was stewed prunes.
Didn't you get stewed prunes on your
I
semolina?
think you did, yeah. You used to get it in your rice pudding as well.
So I'm just going to speed that up a bit and grab another bowl. I did get out, so I left it down there. I'm going to need a bigger kitchen. Move that there. Oh, it's still on. I was wondering why it was still making a noise.
Don't worry,
Okay,
I
so
did
we've
it.
got,
I
so
did it
we've
in
got
class
nice,
last
nice
week.
peaks there. So we just want it to hold its shape.
Oh, don't do that.
I keep doing that because it's back to front. If I was
I
at
know.
home, it would face me. So
I did it in the class last week. I turned it on.
this is a little tip for you as well. I had an accident a couple of years ago. Do you remember
No, go on.
when I was leaning over the mixer when I lifted it up? You know, like when it was that way.
Yeah.
I lifted it up and accidentally knocked it on. Well, it just gave me a whisk here in the armpit. And the thing
I
was,
don't remember that. Was
Did I
that
It was here. It was here a few years ago, and I said, "Look at this bruise I've got here. I've just whisked myself up with the mixer, and I just lifted it and caught it at the same time, and But I had a bit of a delayed reaction and just let it like whisk me. It wasn't pleasant. So always make sure that you're doing the right side. Not like me.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so we've got our whipping it up ready there. So I'm just going to
Good job you
that
shaved your
over.
armpit, so you'd have been in trouble, wouldn't you?
I know, it would have been good.
Tangled up.
Well, that would be a story that she'd still be laughing about now. That's why she's not remembered it. Okay, so back to the cake sponge. We need to now add 100 grams of butter, softened, which is perfect today because it's so hot.
It is hot,
It's
isn't it?
softened.
I was surprised you didn't cancel.
No, I just got to change 3 times instead. So we need 100 grams of butter.
So is it easy to make this, Laura?
Yeah. It's all going to be wrote out perfect by Mum, isn't it?
Well, it's half on the
It's half on.
it's half on the recipe website. I had to laugh. John rang Laura to see where she was because she said she'd be here for 7. Anyhow, 7:25, John's going, do you know where she is? I don't know. He said, we said to me, well, she was going past the airport. The only thing is I didn't ask her which airport.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I just passed a sign that said airport. I wasn't actually at the airport. I was put on the spot. I was going to grab another.
You didn't fly here then?
No, no. Not today.
Yeah, do like and share, everybody, for in for a chance for a £25 voucher.
So I was going to use this, but I actually need to use this. Forget what I've done. So I'm just going to take off. Straight to do it. I'm just going to take off this mixing bowl. Can I turn this round to me?
Is that, yeah, if you want to. Is that stiff enough for you, that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just 'cause it's so hot. It's just like
Just to get in that bowl.
melting quick. I'll give it another quick. Give it another quick whisk. Just in case it melts while I'm getting everything else ready. I feel like I'm melting.
So Jodie, we have a recipe website. I'll just type it for you now.
I'm going to turn it round in a minute. I think I'll have more luck with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't really need to clean all the whisk because I'm gonna add it into the cake sponge in a minute anyway, so it's fine. So I'm just gonna do a quick twirl. But we're gonna put some of it into our filling bowl. So I'm just gonna move that aside to there and get a clean.
Does Simon see there, okay?
Can you see, Simon?
What am I looking at?
The mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put our 100 grams of butter.
Although we can't see that edge.
Which edge?
The edge you just was
Chuck the
tipping
butter
it
in.
from.
You
Yeah.
can see the butter there, can't you? The butter's in. And then we're just going to give that a good whisk. Down. So I hope this makes sense when you read the recipe.
Just try and move the bowl into a little bit further into the middle.
So here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So we just want to get that nice and creamy. Just move this almond that way. Okay, and then we need our flour, which is 185 grams of plain flour.
So don't forget to like and share, everybody. We're doing tray bake tonight, a tray bake using whipping it up and chocolate orange brownies. And I have to say, once you've tasted Laura's chocolate orange brownies, you won't want one, you'll want all of them.
They don't last long, do they?
No.
Okay, so to the flour, we're just going to add in half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Put that in. And just give that a stir just to combine it with the flour. You don't notice how much mess that you make at home until you come in and it's on this pink. Then I'm like, whoops. Okay, so we're just going to put the flour in there with the butter. And we're just going to whisk that to combine it as well. So I'm using the whisk attachment just because when I add in the whipping it up in a minute, I want to try and keep some lightness, some width. So I'm just going to go and get a quick cloth.
Chocolate orange brownies are gorgeous, but the way Laura does them are absolutely delicious. To be fair, she gave me some last week and I ate far too many.
The thing is that my husband doesn't like any cake really. It's a shame because I make so much of it, but brownies is one thing that he does really like.
Do you want it in water, Laura?
Hot water.
No, do you want it in water to drink?
Oh no, that was drink then. Okay, so it looks a bit crummy at the moment, so don't panic about that, that's fine. Take that off. And then we're going to go back to our filling and our whipping it up. Try not. You know when you're at home and you just like dip everything gets put in with everything else. Trying to look professional. Okay, so we're going to put a quarter of the whipping it up in here. So I've not measured, it's more just about loosening the filling more than anything. So I'm just going to put.
So what's in that bowl at the moment?
So in this one,
In the silver one.
so in here is 150 grams of raspberry jam, 50 grams of semolina ground and 50 grams of ground almonds. And then the rest of this, we're going to put half into the mixer now with this. So you don't have to use, you know, lots of mixing bowls. It just means that you've got to mix it, you know, put it in another, you know, other bowl like the one I had before. So we're just going to put half of it in here with this, which is going to loosen up the crummy texture that we've got in there now. So we'll put that aside. We're going to put the whisk on here.
Oh, that's nice. Liz says you are professional, Laura.
Oh, thank you.
You're far more
Just
professional than your mum.
So while that's just combining, we're just going to combine the whipping it up in with the filling. Can you see both bowls? So the whipping it up just helps to really loosen this filling mixture. And that's what we want to do. Okay. So we're going to put that aside again.
Can you just show them under the camera what you've done there?
Yeah. So I've just mixed it
So
all.
that's the jam, the semolina and the ground
So,
almonds.
yeah, so 150 grams of raspberry jam, 50 grams of semolina and 50 grams of ground almonds, and then we've put in a quarter of the whipping it up mixture that we made. You can put that there. Okay, so back to the sponge. We're going to bring back the whipping it up, and we're just going to scrape down the whisk.
Oh, that's nice. Laura's so beautiful. She definitely follows you, Carol. Oh, I was in my younger days beautiful. We always have a joke with Laura's husband. In fact, he does say it to me. His father always told him, "Look at the mother." Look at the mother.
Well,
See what you're getting.
He obviously liked what he'd seen because we've been together for nearly 19 years.
Yeah, been together a long time, haven't you? I never think it's that long.
No, I don't, but Josh's coming up to 18 now, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is add the rest of the whipping up in here, but we're just going to fold it. So we're taking it away from the whisk, and we're just going to fold this.
And they're just asking, did you have a nice birthday on Tuesday, Laura?
I did have a lovely
and
birthday,
they loved the
thank
table
you.
that Holly laid for you.
Yeah, Holly sent me to bed on Monday night when I was trying to finish my cake. So Holly sent me to bed because she wanted to set it all up and have it ready for me when I came down, but I'm always the last one up at night, so she was walking around the kitchen going, "Are you going to go to bed yet? Are you going to go to bed yet?" And then in the end she just went, "Mummy, just go to bed, I'm really tired." I was like, okay. But she set up the table, there was balloons everywhere, there was confetti, she'd done like a door, you know, one of those door streamer things that you walk through. So she'd done one of them. She's really into birthdays. She takes after me because I love birthdays, so I always do like her surprises. She always does mine on my birthday, which is really nice.
She's very good, Holly.
We can't rely on the men all the time, can we?
Yeah. But Holly takes after you. You like doing all that type of thing.
Yeah, I love it.
It doesn't take after me. I don't do any of that type of thing.
So we're just going to fold this in now, so I don't want to be too heavy with it, but we need to fold it until it is combined, and we're just going to keep that lightness then in the sponge. So I added, the reason why I added a bit of the whipping it up is just because we had those crumbs. We just need to loosen that up a little bit, so you use a little bit to loosen, and then the rest is just getting folded in. Take a few minutes.
Yeah, so don't forget to like and share, everybody. We're doing 2 recipes tonight. We're doing a whipping it up tray bake with what is it called? Bakewell bake.
Bakewell.
Yeah.
So
And we're doing chocolate brownies.
It's a style of bakewell.
Yeah.
But without the cherries. You could use the cherry whipping it up and use cherry jam.
Yeah.
But I've got a bit of a thing that when I bake, I find recipes that I like, and then I like to change them to different flavours and things. And the raspberry flavour is the one that's always stuck really. That's every time I've made it for somebody, they've always asked me to make it again. So it's good, and it's nice that you can have it hot or cold as well. This dessert, so you could have it for afternoon tea with a cup of tea, or you could have it with some custard on a cold winter's night, or cold custard even if you wanted to.
We've got a couple of our guest babies on Saturday. So we've got Anne Dixon's little one, daughter will be 1 on Saturday. That's the day before our Jazzy, because Jazzy's 4 on Sunday, isn't she?
Yeah.
And then who else have we got here?
So I meant to say when Mum said about you saying if I had a nice birthday, yes I did, and thank you very much for all the messages that everybody sent me as well. It was really kind of you, thank you. Should have said that before.
Hey?
Should have said that before.
Oh, it's nice,
Got
isn't
lots
it?
of messages.
Yeah.
My mum tagged me in some baby pictures as well, didn't you?
I only tagged you in one baby picture. I've got to be honest, I had a migraine on Tuesday, and it took me all my time to find that one picture.
So while you're folding this in, you do need to make sure that you're going right to the bottom and not leaving any lumps at the bottom. So I don't know whether you can see on that it is coming together very, very smooth. So we want this nice smooth consistency whilst keeping some of the air in.
So thanks, Lynn, you're very welcome. I dropped off cakes today for Wearmouth district nurses, and they were very pleased. So Lynn is the nurse, and if she always says if I've got spare cakes, can I drop them off?
Yeah.
So I dropped them off at the police station.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed them. Sure you would, Josh. Okay, so we're going to bring back our tray. Oops. And we're going to bring back the filling, and we're now just going to do a bit of layering. So we want to take half. Can you see all this? You see my tray?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take half of the cake mixture.
How long will this last for, Laura, once you've made it?
It would last, I would say,
As long as
its
it's
prime.
everyone's snuck taste.
Yeah, at its prime for like the best taste, I would say 3 days. But our problem in our house, I'm sure
It's whether it
most
lasted
is
that
that
long.
if anything actually lasts longer than the day that I made it. But if it was just me and the kids eating it, we would get quite a few days out of it. But it's one of those desserts that every time you have a cup of tea, you have to have a slice. So I'm pretty sure it won't last long. But you just want to keep it in an airtight container. So I'm not sure if that's hard to sew, but a little bit less than half is fine. And you're just going to use your palette knife to spread that out. So as I said before, I've already put the oven on to 160 degrees. So that is on already.
So just to let you know, we're using Whipping It Up tonight, and it's in this recipe. We've also launched a new flavour tonight, coconut. So we're going to try a new coconut. We're going to try a new coconut. We're going to try a new flavour of Whipping It Up every month, and then see which one sticks, which ones people like the most. So the vote was for coconut for this month, and next month it's white chocolate and raspberry.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got it, so it's all in stock, because we actually sold out. We've sold out twice now, so it's all back in stock again.
Yeah. And if, in case nobody's actually noticed, I'm a massive fan of anything raspberry, because I think in nearly every recipe I do is raspberry related. Yeah. If it's not chocolate, it's raspberry. We all have our favourites, don't we? So Holly's not stopped making the fluff in every flavour that we've got. She's been putting it between 2 biscuits.
Oh, she's fluff crazy, isn't she?
Fluff crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just going to now drizzle this over the best that we can for our filling. So you're not going to get a neat line straight across, but it's just so that you can see it, and you get a lovely colour combination as well, the pinks and the whites.
So Louisa, we're making a tray bake. It's a Bakewell tray bake, and we're using whipping it up to keep it nice and light.
Yeah.
So it's not heavy.
That out.
Well, it looks like we've had a few people ordering coconut, eh, Helen?
I love the coconut.
Oh, Tracy's ordered coconut as well, and Joanna. And what should happen is when your product comes out, the label's on the back for whipping it up now. We found an easier way thanks to Simon, albeit we didn't believe him at first.
But Simon's learning. It goes to show that you learn a lot on Facebook.
I tell you what goes to show.
I'm teaching them now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. It'll be Simon here next week.
I tell you what it is. It's the good thing is Simon actually listens to what's going on.
Yeah.
When John's here, he's in Gaga land. He's too busy looking in the fridge.
Yeah. Where's that chocolate orange?
Pardon?
Where's that chocolate orange gone?
And give Simon his due. He does listen to everything. Albeit Karen and I do poo-poo a lot of things, but I think you've won this one, haven't you, Simon? You've won a couple.
Yeah, you'll
of,
have to listen. You'll have to just listen to me now.
Yeah.
So just going to spread
Don't think
this
you're the
out.
boss though.
So this is why when you put in the filling on, you don't need to, you know, to trying to get it on neat start. You can just use your palette knife. So as long as you're distributing it all over, you can then just smooth it out with your palette knife. Okay. And then we're going to put the rest of the cake mix on the top. It needs to be there.
They're still waiting for a live with you, Simon.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't got a chance of getting Mark and John on a live. Not a chance.
Who's Mark?
Mark's Danielle's husband.
Oh, right.
So they'd like all three blokes on the live. Yeah.
Right.
No, we can't do that. Social distancing.
I tell you, if you do want to watch
shame.
if you do want to watch a live next week, you need to sign up for it. It's for free. But John's put a post on. My son Ryan, for his company, they're doing food boxes, and he's going to show you how to cook a perfect steak.
Yeah, which
And
is
what
something
else is
that
he
I
doing?
cannot do.
Ryan's such a good chef,
I'm
though,
good
isn't he?
I'm good at baking, but
Yeah.
cooking steak.
But you can watch it
I
next
broke it.
Tuesday on their
Broke it
channel.
too much. I bought it.
Eh?
I bought
Did
it.
you buy it? John's
Yeah.
bought one as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But is it on Facebook, Laura, or is it on
It's
on Instagram?
you have to go on Eventbrite
Right.
and buy a ticket. So you buy.
Do you have to buy a ticket, or is it free to watch?
It's free. The tutorial is free to watch on the Rocket Food page. But if you want to actually cook along and do it yourself, you can go into Eventbrite and buy a ticket, which gives you open access to keep watching
Right.
the video. But you also get a box delivered with all the ingredients as well, so that you've just got it and you can.
Oh, that's good, isn't
Cook-
it? I didn't
cook along.
realise that's how they were doing it.
Yeah. My husband's getting treated next week, having steak. So we've got the rest of that filling on, and we're just going to spread it over to
Well,
cover.
there's a couple of people who's bought a ticket. Thanks, Leah.
Yeah, it's really good
And Debbie
value.
signed up, yeah.
Really
Well,
good
it is, because
value.
how much is it?
So it's £25 for one person. For this is for the box. So for box is £25 for one, or it's 46 or 47 for two people.
And you get everything.
And you
in
get
there.
everything. You get
And a full lesson. So
you get the lesson, you get the steak, you get the accompaniments, you get a mystery ingredient. I don't know whether it's called mystery ingredient, but it's like what was the word? Like a luxury gold ingredient.
Yeah.
If anybody's watched cooking shows, there's always like a mystery ingredient, and that's included as well, which is a luxury ingredient that's just going to
Well, there's quite a
really
few of you
up the game.
bought tickets. Thanks very much. It doesn't benefit Sugar and Crumbs, but what it is doing, it's helping Rocket. It's helping Rocket and their business. So many event companies now have lost so much of their businesses, and restaurants, and the event world is basically just nosedived, obviously with COVID and everything. And then they've come up with this idea that keeping their staff employed and by doing these events. So
yeah,
so you are supporting
thinking
them.
of different ways to keep going, really.
Yeah.
And we're all at home, and what would be better to learn how to cook and cook something really nice that you can be proud of as well.
So it's nice, you've got two ways. You can watch it and via their website, Rocket, or you can go into Eventbrite and watch the whole tutorial, keep the tutorial, but also have the food delivered to you as well, so that you can cook along with them. So everybody be doing a steak night. And after your Georgie Godbold class, you'll be wanting a steak night.
Okay, so normally once I've done this I would add flaked almonds, which is completely optional. You don't have to, you can do it without. But I'm going to put coconut flakes on. The only reason is I've been buying this salad for a couple of weeks, and every salad that I get comes with a little packet of coconut flakes. So I'm going to use them because I've got about 50. But I would use almonds.
What have you been buying?
I've been buying, it's called Asian Inspired Salad from Sainsbury's. There you go, Sainsbury's. And it's just like it comes with a coconut. Well, it comes with a coconut lime dressing, and then. But I don't like crunchy things. I don't like croutons in my salad. I like a salad with a dressing, but no crunchy stuff. So I've got bags. I buy about 3 or 4 bags a week of this salad. So I've got bags and bags of it. So I'm going to not waste them and use them on this. So you just want to sprinkle. So imagine these are flaked almonds, but it tastes just as nice with the coconut flakes if you can't get almonds. But again, this is completely optional. You just want to sprinkle them over. It is just giving another texture to the tray bake.
Yeah, Lisa, I understand where you are. I think Ryan's job's been in jeopardy. He's been on furlough, off again. Then he's been cooking for the National Health. Somebody donated a lot of money to buy food for Ryan's team to bake. How many? 2,000 meals a day they've been doing.
Yeah, they've been going in cooking the meals Monday and Tuesday, and then what they cook on Monday goes out to the hospitals on a Wednesday, and what they cook on Tuesday goes to the hospitals on Thursday. So
I think they do 6,000 meals.
Yeah.
And it's some millionaire, he doesn't want his name to be told, I don't know who it is, but he's actually paid for it all.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah, really good, isn't it?
And it's kept the staff busy as well, so it's it's kept them going a little bit.
Well, the staff have all done it for free because the staff are all on furlough.
Yeah, they've all done it for free.
So all the staff, including Ryan, have done it while they've all been on furlough, and they've all done it for free.
Yeah, it's kept the team together, hasn't it? Like kept that spirit up for them as well as for the nurses and doctors. So back to my tray bake. We're going to put this in the oven now for roughly 25 to 30 minutes, and it's set on 160. So I'm going to put that in now, and then we're going to move on to our next recipe, and we'll come back to either this one or the one that I've already got and cut it up.
Do you want to show them what this one looks like now? Well,
let me get this in the oven.
It's amazing this millionaire how much he's paid to have all these meals made, and it's for the whole time that this has happened, COVID. And Ryan's team have all gone in completely free. The whole team, they've all been on furlough, and they've all gone in out of the goodness of their hearts, and they have cooked for the whole. Well, not for the whole national service, but for a lot of hospitals in London.
I think it's 3 or 4 different hospitals
in London, yeah.
And they've been doing it for 12, 13 weeks, right from the very start as well. Okay, so this is what your tray bake is going to look like when it comes out. So it's really light. I'm not going to be able to show you how light it is, but I'll hold it with 2 fingers. You know, it's light. It's very soft, very moist. So I had to show, isn't it? I'll just flip it up and throw it.
Can you lift it with one hand?
You can't do it with one finger.
But it's super light, super moist, full of flavour, and that is, the whipping it up is just, giving it that lovely lightness whilst giving it loads of flavouring as well.
What's the oven temperature, Laura?
160 degrees we put that in for, and just looking to get it to a nice golden colour on the top, so it starts to rise and then you get your nice lovely colour. And all I've done is just put a little bit of ice and sugar over the top there. So that's what we'll be eating later.
And if you wonder why there's a bit missing, I've had a tiny bit, John's had a tiny bit,
and I've had a tiny bit,
and we're trying in the corner. We've only all had tiny bits because I'm on a diet.
We were trying not to eat it because I said I want to get it here and slice it up in front of you so you can see it, but then nothing ever lasts long when we bring it. So there you go. So I just tried to put it there so you wouldn't notice, but I've shown it you. So that's our Bakewell. So I hope you followed that okay. And as Mum said, the recipe will be on tonight if you want to start baking at 10 o'clock. It'll be there. If not, give it a go over the weekend if you've got the products. So
Laura, Laura's used raspberry ripple tonight, but you can actually use any of the flavours.
Yeah.
So if you want to use strawberry, you know, Laura's used it because she likes raspberry, and she was just saying before, every time she comes here, she's making something with
raspberry obsessed. But it's also about using what you've got in as well. You know, I always have raspberry jam in, but you could use strawberry jam and do the strawberry whipping it up. Use the cherry jam, do the cherry whipping it up. You could even do raspberry jam with vanilla flavouring, just do different combinations and see which one you like. So next up we have got our chocolate orange brownie, and there it is, and we're going to use the chocolate orange cocoa powder, which is this one. Now I know some people get confused between the chocolate icing sugars and the cocoa powders. So the cocoa powders are all in these brown packaging. So that's how you know it's cocoa powder. Again, natural flavoured cocoa powder.
It has to be a bit better than that, Laura. The cocoa powders, okay, says cocoa powder on the front of the bag, okay?
Yeah.
So we make it very clear it says cocoa powder. And always read the back of the bag just to be sure, because so many of you have gone and dropped cocoa powder in with your butter and then had a disgusting flavour, which you've said, and it tasted nothing. And I was talking to a lady a few weeks ago, she was adamant it was absolutely awful, and it turns out she thought it was Jaffa Twist, so do be very careful when you're buying them.
So as I said, this it's still 5 flavours, isn't it?
Still 5 flavours,
yeah. 5 flavours of the cocoa powder. They're all in these brown bags, and you, again with this recipe you can mix this up. You could do this with the chocolate cherry, the chocolate lime, the chocolate chilli, the chocolate coconut, and just put different toppings on top. The recipe would just be the same, you'd just be changing the flavouring and the chocolate orange pieces. I like using the chocolate orange because it's one of my favourites, but also when you use these chocolate slices, it gives you the perfect little brownie cups that you're going to cut, so everybody gets one piece on top there. So
do you think they could do your tray bake there with lemon drizzle and lemon curd? I can't see no reason why not, could they?
I'm not too sure. Lemon curd is still, I don't know whether that would, you know, because like the jams are just like pure like sugar really, aren't they? So you're getting the sweetness from the jam. I don't know.
I think it would work out fine,
really
because with lemon drizzle you want that tartness anyhow, don't you?
Yeah, I don't really use lemon curd a lot, so I wouldn't like to say, but you could give it a go and let us know.
And can you use anything else other than semolina?
I would just use a little bit of flour if you didn't want to, or you could just double up on your ground almonds.
Yeah.
It's the semolina.
Well, ground almonds is nice and light, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice and light. The semolina just gives it I don't know how to explain it. It just gives it the bulkiness without giving loads of flavour. But it just, I don't know, it works. I would personally, if I wasn't going to use semolina, I'd just use more almonds, and you'd be fine with that. So going back to this cocoa powder can be used for any chocolate dessert. So it's great for making chocolate cakes, cookies, truffles, brownies, all sorts. So if you haven't used the cocoa powder before and you like it in this recipe, then do check out our other recipes that we've done on the website as well, on the recipe website.
Well, Angela's going to give it a go with the lemon curd, which will be nice, because I love lemon curd, so that would be nice.
How do we switch this on?
Just turn the dial.
So this is new.
Yeah, can you see that?
Turn the dial. Am I going to need to move it over here?
No, it's fine.
No, it's
Well,
there.
we can't have that on my pink bowl.
Oh,
We won't be able to see down the top, but
Yeah, okay, right. I just need to go and get that boiling water.
Do you need to put that on the top at all to mix in or anything?
So I'm just going to put the hot water in there and then put that on the top and that rest.
All right. But for them to see the bowl, do you need to take that bowl off at any time?
Just when it's melted. And I would have had all the other bits ready, and we'll show you.
Tea towel out from the pink bowl.
Okay, tea towel, check. here. Okay, so we're just going to start by melting the chocolate and the butter. So I'm just going to get my pan ready. So at home, I actually use my egg poacher. I've got a metal egg poacher and I put that in and then I rest my bowl because this has got a nice little lip. But if you've just got one of those glass bowls and it's getting too close, you want it to be above the water, you don't want the water to touch. So if you haven't got a lip like this, then you need to put something inside or just use a bigger bowl, depending on what you've got. So I'm just going to fill that up. So that's boiling water that we'll put in there. Put the kettle somewhere. I'm going to move these brownies out of the way.
So if you've not used our cocoa powders before, they are absolutely delicious. And they're great for your chocolate cakes, your chocolate brownies. You can make your chocolate mousse with it. There's loads of things you can actually make with it.
Yeah, there is. I make chocolate mousse, brownies. I make brownies like every week at the moment. I do want to try putting it in bread. I've been making a lot of bread lately, and I was seeing this recipe for chocolate bread. You know, like a bit of a brioche sort of chocolate bread, and I thought I'm going to give that a go in a couple of weeks, and that would be nice to incorporate one of the flavours as well. So that might be coming live soon. We'll see. So I've just set that on. This one goes up to 5, so I'm going to put it on 3, which is a medium temperature, and then we're going to add into that 200 grams of dark chocolate. So I'll just pick this one up today in Aldi. I think it's like
you're not using
70p.
Calabar chocolate?
No. So I like to just buy a chocolate that's already got the measurement that I need, so that I'm using the full packet and then I've not got to weigh it out or anything. So that was from Aldi today. You just need one that's got a good cocoa, what's it called? Cocoa mass.
Content.
Cocoa content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try and be professional, but I don't know the words. Okay, so
I think they're looking forward to you making chocolate bread.
chocolate bread, yeah. I'm going to give it a go. I've really enjoyed baking last couple of weeks. It's been nice to have the time.
Sorry, Kerry, I only put the whipping it up on tonight. I had to wait for it to be made today, so they're making it today and tomorrow. So John only came home and told me that the coconut was ready earlier. And then by the time orders go out tomorrow, it'll all be ready. Because we've got a night shift working, which is where John is. We're working days and nights. We've had to split the staff, so we've got 2 teams on production.
Okay, so I'm used to 200 grams of dark chocolate. You can use Calabar. You can use milk chocolate if you wanted to. You would just get a lighter brownie. My kids prefer milk chocolate if I'm doing plain brownies. If I'm doing flavoured brownies, they prefer dark chocolate. So it's just down to taste, I guess.
So Simon, why are you quiet, they're asking?
Because he's learning how to make brownies.
He's too busy looking at his new computer.
Yeah, and I can't read the comments from over here.
I'll read the comments.
Okay, so we've got our chocolate in there, and you just need a spoon. I've got a few
It's
spoons
been like
out.
Christmas for Simon. He's got all his new equipment. He's got his new mics. They're not up yet. He's got his new mics. What else have you got, you? He's hoping to get some new cameras. He's got to chat John up a bit more for those. We're adjusting the kitchen slightly. You won't notice what we're doing, but we're adjusting it so it's better for filming. So that's going to be done.
Okay, so we need 175 grams of softened unsalted butter, just because if it's it doesn't have to be softened, but if it is softened, it speeds up the process. So there's my knife, and as you can see, it's that hot. We're melting away.
If you are buying whipping it up, just to let you know, velvet vanilla, salted caramel, and the lemon drizzle sold out in no time. So we've made it twice now and it's sold out completely, really very, very fast. So we're on our 3rd production.
I'm going to put that in the fridge because it's going to be a puddle. Okay, so 175 grams of unsalted butter. That's going to go in here. I would normally chop it up if it was a bit firmer, but because it's half melted anyway, I'm just going to chuck it in. And we just need to stir that in. Can you see this bowl at all?
Yeah.
We've got a camera in now.
Got that
Oh,
one.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, they can't see your face, unfortunately.
They can see your hand there.
They can see I'm now in a relationship with sugar and crumbs.
Yeah, good job. I put an apron on then, isn't it? I'm just going to get this so I can hold it. The dish. That side doesn't heat up, does it?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't take very long for this to melt down. So you just want to keep giving it a little stir just to make sure that the butter and chocolate's combining well. So we'll just stir that in and then we'll leave that to a side. Okay, so we need to get our tray ready. So again, we're going to use a baking tray, brownie tin.
Yes, Debbie, the salted caramel and vanilla were done first.
And we're just going to line the baking tray the same way as we did before. With some greaseproof paper. And you just cut into each corner. And again, flip it round. And then I'm just going to give it a little spray just to help stick the paper down. So I would always recommend when doing tray bakes to use greaseproof paper. It just makes it so much easier later on when you baked it to lift it out. And then you've not got to worry about anything sticking. We'll fold our corners in.
Yeah, you can melt it in the microwave, but Laura wanted to show you, otherwise she'd have to keep running down the other end of the kitchen.
Yeah. So yeah, if you was going to melt your chocolate and butter in the microwave, you just need to do it in short bursts. So 30 seconds stir, 30 seconds stir until it's all combined.
And Adrian, the tray is 9x9.
Yeah. So it's just this is
And Tracy, there's no way I believe you've had a bake-free day. We've got a new addict to baking. So Tracy Scrivens has started baking, following us a couple of months ago.
yeah.
And my goodness, she's been like a woman on speed.
Every day.
She watches all the videos, all the flashbacks, all the lives. She's taught herself so much.
Yeah.
And
That's
but her stuff is amazing. What she's making, it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, the more you bake, the more confident that you get.
Yeah.
As well, don't you? And you like say, you start to tweak little things and do things differently and mix it up, and that's what I like about baking. That I don't always do exactly the same thing. It might be brownies, but it'll be a different flavour combination, or add a few different bits.
Just to let you know, I'll give you an update on PME pans. PME have been waiting for the pans to come in. We were hoping they were going to come in mid-June. Then they were hoping they were going to arrive yesterday, and it's now been delayed till mid-July. I have managed to acquire some square pans. They're 12 inches though, that's all, but that's all I've been able to acquire. I just cannot get a pan. Hopefully boxes are going to be back in stock next week, but no supplier is promising on boxes. Nightmare trying to get boxes.
Okay, so we're just weighing out 325 grams of caster sugar. I have got bigger scoops than this, but I keep them in each of my, I have these big tubs at home and I keep one in each one. And this is just my smallest one. So 325 of caster sugar.
I quite like that idea, leaving it in a tub like that.
Yeah, I just know it's always there then. Oh, got over. I like my little cats. Cute. I don't know why I did that, it's going back in. Okay, so put that over there. So let's give this one more stir.
Well, there we go. So Julie's 11-year-old is obsessed with sugar and crumbs, and she made the roulade at the weekend.
Oh, nice, with the whipping it up or the
Which
icing
way
sugar?
did you do the roulade, Julie? Did you do it with the whipping it up or did you do it with the icing sugar? Because Laura's done it both ways here on the lives.
Okay, so now that we've got this nice silky mixture, you can see that on the camera, everything's melted in. But not just check.
Melted very quick, that one, isn't it?
Did. I can feel, I'm hot anyway, but I can feel the heat of this.
Tracy, I do have square tins, but I've not put them on the website. But I've only got big ones at the moment. I've only got size 12, unfortunately, and they're 3-inch deep or 4-inch deep. But I will get them on the website tomorrow.
Okay, so I need something I can put it on top of there.
I'll say, why don't you put a tea towel on and get another tea towel?
So like, I want to keep it far away from the pink board as I can. So we'll do it like that.
Joe, those tubs came from Poundland, Joe. Laura and I bought loads of them ages ago. Oh, there they
They
do.
use the Jane Ashes. They do
Jane
sometimes
Ashes, yeah.
have them back in you have Poundland and Home Bargains start selling this range, but they're £1 each, 5 litre capacity, and I have one for self-raising flour, one for plain flour, one for bread flour, one for sugar, one for all my bits and like little bits like this that are open.
I have loads of them in the cupboards here.
And they're great for like kids stuff as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use this big bowl because I think this is going to be hot, but normally I would just take that off, put it on my own worktop because I don't care. My worktop is the worktop that you can put anything hot on. So
Donna, if you're going to make Swiss meringue buttercream with the whipping it up, there's a new method now. It's on the website. So all of you, the new bags that are coming out with the new labels on, and the recipe on there, ignore that. Laura and Yin are stapling the new recipe to your invoices. So do it the new way. It's far easier, and we have to thank Simon, who actually came up with the idea about 3 weeks ago, but we didn't give him credit for it.
well done, Simon.
We ended up only finding out about it because Karen accidentally put a full bag into a whipped up mix. She wasn't thinking, she thought it was flavoured icing sugar. So we have to give Simon and Karen the thumbs up. Karen for mucking it up and Simon thinking about it.
Simon fixing the problem. Okay, so I've got my dark chocolate mix there. I'm just going to add in the caster sugar that we've just mixed up. Where's that spoon keep going? Where's that? And you're just going to stir in the chocolate. Stir the sugar in the chocolate. So it combines really quick. The sugar just starts to melt into that hot mixture, so it's really fast. Good stir. Like so. And then we're going to add in the flour. Ooh, nearly went. Going to add in our flour. So again, we're using plain flour. Got my recipe disappearing, so don't forget anything. So it's 100 grams of plain flour. Gone over by 3, but it's fine. And then 30 grams of the chocolate orange cocoa powder. Sometimes I get it just really quickly and other times I get scared. Okay, so just give that a little stir. Oops. So just stir that in there. Just to combine that. And then you're going to tip that into the chocolate mix, and again just stir that in.
Smells nice.
Just nice and orangey. So you don't actually need a lot of the cocoa powder to get a really good flavour. So if you are wanting to do a recipe that already has cocoa powder in and it says 30 grams or 40 grams, it's just exactly the same.
It does smell like nice. Those of you who like chocolate orange brownies, they are gorgeous. And we've got a few recipes on the website for making chocolate orange brownies. Laura's been making them for years with the flavoured cocoa powders, and they're always absolutely delicious. Danielle's come on, she's made them as well, and doesn't matter which recipe, they are always fabulous. And I like now what Laura does with these chocolate orange bits.
Keeping an eye on that baker. Okay, so into our mixing bowl, we're then going to add in 3 eggs, which I've got here. And I'm just going to use this bowl. Covered everything else in chocolate. So these are just medium eggs.
And the flour that we're using, Sue, is Nellstrops flour, and it's amazing. It's absolutely fabulous. And no, you don't need to sieve it.
Oops. This is why I don't like cracking eggs live.
We're actually selling Nellstrops plain and self-raising flour, and we've just taken on 3 more flours of theirs today. And 2 of them have won the highest award that you can get in the Taste Awards. So we've taken on a multi, a 1.5 strong white flour, fine white flour, and a seed one as well. Absolutely delicious. The chocolate chili is lovely, Leah. And it's not hot. I don't think it's hot, and I don't like hot food.
Yeah, it's not
So
hot.
I don't think it's hot, but it does give you a tingle.
So you know it's there without it like.
It doesn't burn your mouth, but you definitely get a tingle, and you get the tingle after, which is really strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you use large eggs, Laura?
You can use large eggs, yeah. You just get a slightly bigger rise. To be honest, I just use whatever I've got.
Yeah.
But these ones are medium. Okay, so 3 eggs. I'm just going to beat them lightly just to break the yolks. Just again to get the egg combined better. Just use the mini whisk, so just a gentle.
Don't worry, Paula. We've got chocolate cherry, chocolate lime, chocolate coconut. She said, am I the only one who doesn't like chocolate orange? I've got to be honest, I didn't like any chocolate cake at all until Laura started making chocolate brownies. When she first made them, I wouldn't even try them. I went, no, I don't like chocolate cake. But now she's made them, I could eat them all the time.
So just giving a good stir of those eggs into the mix as well.
We don't do a mint chocolate cocoa powder. I have thought about doing one, but I'm worried because we've got mint chocolate icing sugar. If I do the cocoa powder, so many of you get muddled up with it. I'm frightened that what we'll have to call it for you to be able to get it right.
Okay, so you're just looking to see that there's nothing. When you add the egg, you can see like a little raised liquid on your mix. So you just need to make sure that all that's gone. Give it a good stir. It all starts to pull away a little bit from the side of the bowl once it's mixed in well. Okay, and then back to the tin. Got a bit of flour covering it. Ooh,
We also do plain cocoa powder as well, so if you want a good quality cocoa powder, we also do a non-flavoured one, which quite a lot of you seem to like the non-flavoured one.
Is this under the camera, Simon?
Is it under the camera?
Yeah.
Well, the bowl is.
The bowl. See the bowl. Just scraping it in anyway.
You could make blondies with it, Linda. Blondies is the same, but without cocoa powder.
What, make brownies with as blondies?
Yeah.
So you use white chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have got a blondie recipe, but funny enough, it's got raspberries in it. I'll have to change it for something else. I'm going to raspberry you all out.
Elizabeth, you
Well,
can
raspberry
use
and
them.
white chocolate. Delicious, isn't
I know.
it?
Yeah, it's delicious, but I just feel like I just do a lot of raspberry related recipes.
You can use the mint chocolate, but omit the omit the sugar. Use the icing sugar as your sugar and your cocoa powder.
Okay. So normally I would put this in the oven for 10 minutes to start with. It takes about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to cook. I'd put it in for 10 minutes and then I'd add the chocolate orange, but to speed up the process, I'm going to just add the chocolate orange on now.
And what will happen with adding it now?
But it just melts a bit more. So like
Right.
on the one that I've already done, you can see the chocolate pieces. If you add it in a little bit later, you can like really see them at the top, whereas if you put them in first, they just sink a little bit at the start. But
So Pam says that she's made chocolate brownies before, but they're a lot of faffing. This one is looks much easier.
Is this
Yeah.
no faffing?
No
It's
faffing.
no faff brownies. That's what we'll call it. No faff chocolate brownies. I find this really easy recipe to do. It's just and again, if you're using the microwave, melting your chocolate and butter, it just speeds it all up
I
again.
reckon once you've all made chocolate brownies with this, you'll be addicted, seriously.
Yeah.
And in Laura's family, it's really funny because Josh, her eldest, is nearly 18. He loves all the ends. I think Holly likes the centres, doesn't she? I like it all.
I like it all. So I normally add 12 pieces and try and separate them out. So when this is baked, you just cut. So you're going to get 12 brownie pieces. But again, if you wanted to break it up, you could do that. That'd be fine. So we're going to put that in the oven and see if the baked one's ready.
For some reason, we've just lost all the... Oh, over there.
Lost me, but I'm not lost.
No, you're not lost.
I was going to say.
Just let them see what you've done. Because
Okay.
I thought the camera had gone missing, but it had just gone off the top of the screen. Right, it's great.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 pieces. It means that you've got the rest. So just eat yourself while you're making it.
Don't let the kids know you've got it spare.
No, I've hid a chocolate orange all week, ready for tonight, and I've left it in the cupboard. So when I've come to get it tonight, it was melted. So it's like, oh. So I had to stop at the shop on the way here. They'd sold out a chocolate orange, and I was like, have you got any more chocolate orange? Not essential shopping, but was essential because I was like, I'm doing a live. I need chocolate oranges, and they found me some in the back. So there must be a lot of chocolate orange lovers out there. So we're just going to put this in the oven, 25 to 30 minutes, and I bake this on 170. So the oven's on 160 at the moment, so it'll just take a little bit longer because I've got that well tray bake in there. So I'm going to put this in and take the bake well out,
I think you turn the other oven on.
because then I've got to wait for it to heat up.
Could
And
have
that
turned
one's
it on
already
earlier.
I can just turn this one up a little bit when I take the bake well out.
She bakes them on 170, Liz. Yeah, give the brownies a go, honestly. They're so easy to make. You'll really love them, you will.
There you go, knocked it up to 170. Here's our bake well.
That looks lovely, Laura.
Back there, so
Yeah. So we're going to take
just
that one over
nice and golden, nice and light.
So if you don't, I mean, you need to let it go cool before you just start dusting icing
Well,
sugar on it, don't you?
Yeah. So if I was going to have, sometimes we have it hot. So if we was having it hot, we would just slice it up now and get some custard on it. And
That's cold, huh?
oh right, I'm scared. I'm scared. Right, I can go there. So yeah, if I was having it hot with custard, so in the winter we
Would
would
be
normally
nice
have
with
this with
custard, wouldn't
custard.
it?
Yeah. Or you could have it with a little bit of double cream, a little bit of whipped cream, or just on its own. If you just, like I say, if you're just going to have a cup of tea, you could just have it on its own. So I would normally leave it for about 10 minutes just so I can actually get it out of the tray, and then I would move it back onto my cooling tray ready for slicing.
So the question is, how do you know that that was ready?
Because it's nicely risen, so we've got a nice rise. It's golden in colour. It just, when I looked before, when I checked it, it was still very pale, so it doesn't actually get the golden colour till the last couple of minutes. So during the cooking stage, it's just like as soon as it colours, it's ready. You can take it out, and yeah, there, light as a feather. So the chocolate orange brownies have gone in. We'll just get those other chocolate brownies out here that we've got. There we go. So again, with both of them, you can give them a dusting with icing sugar if you wanted to, or you can just serve them straight away as they are. So the brownies, I take them out. You know when they're ready, when they start to rise and crack. You can't really see like the golden colour, but what they do is they like puff right up, but then you can see it harden and you get little cracks. Once you start getting the little cracks, then it's ready. And the thing with brownies is that you can pull it out a little bit earlier, and it just means that you're just getting a bit more moisture really with the
If my
with the
son
melted
was here
chocolate.
now, if Ryan was here now, Ryan has them really soft. He only puts them in the oven. The chocolate brownies I'm talking about, Ryan only puts them in the oven 20 minutes, but I get really scared. He likes it with a wobble on, and then he likes them to set, so then he allows them to cool down, and they're really gooey. And so he likes them like that, but I take them a little bit longer.
Yeah. So about 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes roughly we're putting the brownies in for. So again, it's optional on what you kind of want. So let's just move them down there a second, and we'll slice into our brownies. So as I say, in 12 pieces.
It's a nice way to sort out your 12 pieces evenly,
Yeah,
isn't
because
it?
what I find with tray bakes is that when you go to cut it, you're like, yeah, no problem, I can cut that into 9 pieces or 12 pieces.
You
but
know
when you
there's-
actually do it,
Do you know there's 15 on
oh,
there?
and this one, but on the one I put in, this one, because the one that I had at home today was
He's
melted.
a clever dick,
I
doesn't he? Freaking don't miss
Well,
now.
this one we're getting more. So if you just goes to show, if you've got 16 people, change it up. To
See,
16
I hadn't
if you
noticed.
haven't.
I'd taken it as ready. It was 12. Eh?
But it's
he's
actually
he's there.
15.
Yeah,
So there.
yeah.
That's what I
That's
said.
what he
So
said.
it said 16.
No,
Well, it
15.
couldn't be 16,
No.
could it?
No.
Well, you never
No,
know if
sounds
I've
good, right?
squeezed another
See
one
what I
in.
mean? He pays attention to everything, doesn't he?
Yeah. So if I chop these open here, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, if I hold it up there.
You're on the overhead at the moment,
I'm
yeah?
on the overhead, yeah. So
Do you want me to
there's,
lift it up higher?
Bit away from you.
gonna try it, have a taste. Taste cam coming in. You can see the moisture's still there. That's the melted chocolate. That's there's loads of different ways. Like Mum was saying, the other brownie recipe is my son's favourite. He likes the more like spongy type, a bit more cupped.
Yeah, he likes them like
Whereas my daughter scoffs these for fun, and Mum does, and myself. And I had these on my birthday the other day. So this is the fourth time I've made them this week. That just goes to show how much we eat them. So
Just hold
So,
it
yeah.
to the camera gently, but away from you.
Bit,
Imagine-
no, away.
Away from you.
No,
You're doing your mum's trick. And look where the camera is on there. Yeah.
just look at that.
can you see? I still can't get it. There you go. Really get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's loads of moisture in there, but at the same time, the top bit's got a really nice crispy coating.
Yeah, well,
So you
Rasika's
get-
got the word right. Fudgy.
Yeah, fudgy. So you've got your crispiness, you've got your moisture, and you've got your chocolate. What more
Angela
can you
said
ask
it was
for?
that close she could smell it.
Yeah.
And they smell good.
So-
Don't cut them all up, Laura, because you're going to take them home, otherwise I'll end up eating them.
Well.
So all of you should make these, seriously, honestly, make them. You'll absolutely love them.
So you can do 15, you can do 12, you can do 6, you can just do 1 and cut the whole thing for yourself,
Yeah.
whichever you want to do. So
And I'm making sure Laura
That's the
takes these home
brownies.
tonight. She's not leaving them here.
I bet she has a piece.
Oh, we'll have a piece, yes.
Okay, so let's get everything on the pink board. Can you see it all? I'm scared to touch that because it's hot. So yeah, leave that in there for 10 minutes, take it out, give it a dusting. Same with the brownies, you could dust them as well if you wanted to, just with a bit of icing sugar, and completely optional, whatever you want to do.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Laura. So if everybody wants to
Brilliant.
give Laura a thumbs up, love her, whatever, thanks very much. You're going to come again in 2 weeks, are you, Laura?
2 weeks, so I think that's round about the
14th of July, is it?
No, it'll be before that. It's next week, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. About the 8th, isn't it? 8th, 9th of July.
Right, okay then. So we're going to try and get Laura on every 2 weeks, which would be brilliant if she can come in every Thursday, 2 weeks. So do make sure you pop over and watch. Nice that the audience has stayed with us. Well done, everybody. Do give the chocolate orange brownies a go, and do give the tray bake a go. I think you might surprise yourself. I'm not into tray bakes myself, but I did have a slice and I thought it was really nice. Yeah, so thanks very much, Laura. Yeah. Thanks, Simon, as well, for being on camera. If we could stop you looking at your new camera.
I was just checking the quality of it.
I'll post a picture. I'll post a picture afterwards of what he's been looking at. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to like and share. We're back tomorrow morning, 11:30 with Karen. It'll just be Karen and Simon in the kitchen. I've got to spend the morning getting new products on. I'm spending tonight getting everybody in their classes. So if you're not in your classes, don't worry. I'll be getting you in tonight. So look out for your T's and C's winging your way. Yeah. And Coconut Whipping It Up has gone live on the website this evening. So if you want Coconut Whipping It Up,
This coconut,
yeah,
blue one.
yeah. So if you ever buy it in a blue packet, every month we're going to try a different flavour. And also when you buy your Whipping It Up now, you'll be getting a recipe sheet with it, ignore the back, on how to make your Swiss meringue much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. Thanks very much. Thanks, Laura.
So yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, if you do make it, do put it in the community group. We would love to see how you got on with it and what you thought of it as well, so let us know.
Brilliant, thanks. And
Thank
I'll get
you.
the recipes on now.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay,
Cheerio.
bye.
Bye.